Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. And this time I'm building a Starbucks coffee shop without any custom content. Well, at least I tried, of course, to make it look as much as possible like a Starbucks, and I have placed it in Myshuno next to the spice market because I just personally found that Myshuno as a big metropolis definitely needs a Starbucks. So I thought it would be best to place it then in the spice market because they have these brick buildings or like huge apartment complexes, and they're not so modern. And for me personally, Starbucks always use these bricks as their wallpaper sometimes in interior. At least they do in Germany. Also, I want to say that if it doesn't look as a Starbucks at all, I'm really sorry. I really tried my best to make it look as much as possible like Starbucks without any CC. And yeah, it's mostly inspired of these Starbucks that I know here in Germany. I can imagine that maybe in America or in South America or wherever you are, that those Starbucks look a little bit differently, but I would definitely say that they have these, I would say, the Starbucks green logo in common, of course. And yeah, that's something that I was most inspired for. Of course, I try to use as much of the brick wallpaper as possible and the typical wooden color that the interior design usually uses. So yeah, this is built next to the spice market in Myshuno, and yeah, I really hope that you like it. So first I try to build it as a, like a fully functional cafe, but then at the end I will go back and forth into retail mode, into a bar and all that other stuff to get all the things right, I would say. But of course at the end it will be set to a cafe, so if you download it through the gallery it will be a cafe and you can visit it with your Sims as a community lot, of course. So it has 2 levels, and the upper level will only be like a half level, I would say. So there will be like a little gallery where your Sims can go up, drink their coffee and like look down to the busy Starbucks shop. And I got inspired by lots and lots of pictures that I've seen on the internet because of course I've like searched for interior design, Starbucks, blah blah blah. I even find some really nice layout like blueprints and all that stuff from real existing Starbucks shops, which was a lot of help. And these shops have like a lot of common in the layout, I would say. So if you get in, usually, I would say they are always very modern in the interior design, of course. Mostly they have a lot of the industrial look to me. So I try to use it here as well. So that's why I use the second, I guess, wall height here. And also I used lots and lots of items from the City Living pack because we have these cool loft-like huge windows here. And yeah, really nice brick design and all that stuff. And yeah, this is basically something that I wanted to transport outside as well. Also, the logo here in Germany, I have especially looked at some pictures, is on a black ground with white writing on it, like the logo in white letters. And then they usually, of course, have the typical round emblem like logo with the little mermaid on it. Or what is it actually? Is it a mermaid? I guess so, right? And yeah, I found from the base game there is this little metro sign or something, or subway sign. And yeah, it has exactly the Starbucks logo color. So I will refer to it as Starbucks green. And also we have these other things, I have forgotten how they're called in English, that have these green stripes and white stripes on it. And they looked quite Starbucks for me, so I used them here as well. We don't have so many objects actually that have this kind of green, but in the interior design and also outside of Starbucks there aren't so many like things and objects and items that have the green on them. Of course, usually only mostly the little logo they have. And yeah, I try to use it sporadically, I would say, the green. And then mostly I went with bricks or the brownish wooden colors they use as well. So outside you can sit. There are 2 little decks, I would say. And yeah, there are a couple of black chairs and tables with black umbrellas because that's the color they have here in Germany for their exterior, I would say, seating areas. And also in the interior I will go with black furniture mostly as well. So if you come inside, there's usually are these little stands with all the little cups and the different coffee brands they use, which you can buy as well. So it's like mostly a shop and a coffee to go, you know, cafe, I would say. So that's something that is super typical for me for Starbucks, that you have so much more merchandise that they sell, which is nothing very common for a cafe, of course. Usually in a cafe you only have your tables and maybe like a little bar or something where you can order your drink, and that's it. But they won't have like filled shelves with lots of cups and their brands and CDs and everything. So I will do something like this here too. And of course I made like the counter as if it would be in a Starbucks, because in Germany they are so full. They usually have this kind of little fence that you also know in airports or maybe on concerts or something. And they section like the counter off, so you have like only one way to go to the bar or like the counter thing where you can order. And then you usually order your stuff and then you have to go like around on the other place and wait for your coffee till they give it to you. And that's something that works here too in The Sims 4, and I thought now that we have so many packs, I will try it out to do without any CC, because I actually never build with any custom content. And I think it worked out fine, and I think it looks like a Starbucks for me personally. If you know that it's supposed to be a Starbucks, I guess you can see that it could be maybe a Starbucks, of course. So yeah, I went with a black counter, and I will also go with black shelves and couches or sofas here. So those things are like a Starbucks that's really near my home. And yeah, they have everything in black there and only have this wooden, like the wooden pattern or like the wooden texture on the floor and in their tables. But it changes from, yeah, I would say like Starbucks to Starbucks sometimes. So sometimes you have a lot of green, even like a white one. There's like super fancy, modern, sleek one in Amsterdam, I guess, which doesn't even look like a real Starbucks for me personally. But yeah, it's a Starbucks and it looks really awesome in interior design personally. I really love that, but you wouldn't recognize it, I guess. It's a Starbucks if I would have chosen this one to recreate, of course. So everything works. I've tested it as a cafe, and of course you will have a little bathroom with only like one toilet. Even there's a shower and a bathtub there, because yeah, we all know it's kinda suiting for gameplay if your Sims can also clean themselves up there. That's the only thing that isn't like so realistic, I would say, because no Starbucks would have like a bathtub in their toilet. But hey, it's Sims 4, that's my logic, and it is definitely really useful for gameplay here as well. Also outside there's a little knick-knack, because outside I didn't know what to do exactly, because they usually are in these big shopping malls or integrated in an apartment complex, for example. And well, in Germany or like generally in Europe, I guess, they aren't a standalone house. So that was something really hard for me to do the exterior here, of course. But at the back of the building, there will be a little loading station with 2 cars that have little crates on them, and I use these roll up, I don't know, like graffitied things there, so it looks as if there are like ramps for loading up the coffee and like all the ingredients they get maybe every day and all that stuff. So yeah, I thought that would be suiting, of course. And I always try to decorate it as heavily as possible, of course. So at the end it will definitely look like a Starbucks. At the end I also went into debug mode and got me all the coffee bags and little teapots and little like cups, of course, and put them there on the little shelves that you usually see in these kinds of Starbucks, of course. And there's only one thing that is really bothering me. If you put that as a cafe in there in your game and then you visit it, all the cups and debug mode objects that can be used will be deleted. I guess that's like just the game controlling that you don't have like such an overly crammed, dirty lot. But yeah, I'm really sorry I can't do anything against that. Maybe there's a mod for that, which would be amazing. If there is a mod, please let me know in the comments down below, of course. And yeah, this is my Starbucks. I hope that you like it. Myshuno Starbucks. You can of course download it in the gallery. The download link is in the video description down below. And please let me know what kind of builds or community builds does our Myshuno really need. So I will definitely try them out. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope that you like it, guys. Please stay tuned for the screenshot and I will see you soon. Bye bye!